position in American sports feels the pressure or the weight on their shoulders like a quarterback. Hopes and dreams of an entire fan base of teams ride on whether their signal caller can lead them to glory. And boy, what a matchup of two elite dudes we have in this one. Welcome to Husky Stadium, home of the Washington Huskies. As we'll see, the number 13 team in the country, the USC Trojans, taking on the 11th ranked team in the land, the Washington Huskies. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. And the Trojans will kick it off to get us underway. He'll start the return inside his 5. Not a whole lot of room to operate on that return as the coverage unit was there and ready. To the ground with the back. And a pickup of 8 opens a world of opportunities on 2nd and 2. The margin for error so small in a conference like this, and in Big Ten play, really imperative to get off to a good start.
You really focus on all offseason getting off to such a great start, right? Start fast. Win our conference. Well, this is step 1. And so I think you're so tired of hitting your own color jerseys, by the way. You're excited when you get in conference plays. You start to get some of that familiarity, some of that also that hatred that you have for these other teams. So the Big Ten is a fun conference.
Yeah, and you know both of these teams, their players have had this game circled all offseason because this is the first one. This is the first step towards winning a Big Ten championship. Both teams feel like they've got the playmakers to compete in conference this year, but it all starts today.
Caught in the backfield, it's Murphy. They were banking on the yards after the catch, but that went into the negative column.
And I'm banking on the ball coming out quick. When I'm a defense and understanding 3rd and short, understand they're going to throw the ball really quickly, try to make a play. The defense knew it, broke on the football, made a nice tackle to force a 4th down.
The Huskies will be forced to boot it away. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon. He will not make a fair catch. Field the punt and bring it back. Well, they finally stop. He found some running room on that return and really helps out his offense to start this drive. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
And, man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground. That is a baller.
Now the play fake. Takes a hit as he fires. Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on.
And you must do that against a guy of this caliber. This kind of QB will absolutely pick you apart. You got to get hurries. You got to get pressures. And when you can get hits and make them feel the physicality of the game, maybe you can take that guy and knock him down a few notches.
On 3rd and long, trying to convert through the air. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. And that's where they'll mark him, but a very productive play, and they'll move the chains.
And listen, the defense knew coming into this one, they were going to target him early and often. He is a weapon, and there's no mystery where the quarterback's going to be looking on critical down and distances. Let's see how they're able to cover him throughout the rest of this game.
Brought down after a good pickup, and they're in the red zone at the 20. This crowd knows when to bring it. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Stopping the run is very high on every defensive coordinator's list. Making the team one-dimensional. Nice job stuffing the run on that play right there.
He's going to look for a man on 3rd and short. Fires left. Intercepted deep in his own end. He's brought down. A short return, but the defense comes out on top of the pick.
Well, coming into this game, this offense knew that points were going to be at a premium. If you can't score touchdowns down here in the red zone, you at least got to come away with field goals, but you can't do that if you're throwing interceptions. That's just poor execution by the offense.
The Huskies have it back, trying to make this defense bow down to Washington. They didn't get much done the last time they had it. Had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be... Pulls it in down the middle. The junior making a clutch play and turning in a big catch.
This guy's gotten off to a good statistical start, guys. With that last completion, he's already now over 1,000 passing yards on the season. And, man, you know he's looking for more.
So much for the tough field position. One play, and you're already to the 35. Takes the handoff. It's Bohannon. And he's able to bounce off one tackle, but still not a whole lot of running room.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
Got 3 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 7. Back to pass. Looking to take a shot. Got it! And he just kept running, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Husky!
Yeah, and that's simple, but it's not easy. It's a go route. Like that receiver's streaking straight down the outside of the field, and my job as a quarterback is to put that ball up in the air, keep it away from the safety. He does just that. The receiver comes down with the catch. Nice pitch, nice catch, touchdown.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Slips through the line. He's on the loose. A dynamic return, explosive, and got loose on this kick coverage team, and they were barely able to keep him from taking it all the way. Guys, USC has the ball back and sending the offense onto the field. That last possession, a prime example, Jesse, of how things get condensed in the red zone.
Hard to throw when the windows are smaller, and that's what happens down near the goal line, David. But for this quarterback here, just take accountability and ownership and come out here and lead your offense.
And move on. Like, we needed points. That's something that we can harp on. We'll watch the tape this week, but now it's time to move on. Let's get another drive going.
motion from the wide receiver. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Looking deep. It's complete. The tackle is made, but he's got it first and goal from the 6.
Well, Reese, you and I were talking about this before the game. How is this defense going to be able to deal with all the speed they have offensively? You saw them just rip off a big play.
And, Jesse, now their head's spinning just a little bit. Give up a big chunk play, and it's right back at them. The Trojans are threatening on first and goal. Gets the back moving. Motion from the wideout. A run for the quarterback. He pushes his way down to the floor as they get closer and closer.
You know, I really like this QB running the football because I know he's got a lot of speed, but he's not the biggest guy in the world. So he's not going to be able to break a lot of tackles. You really got to do a good job of trying to scheme ways to get him out in more space.
They've pushed it ahead to the 4. They'll try to cash in on second and goal. Looking to fire. Swings it out to his running back. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
And a really nice job by the defense winning second down. I think the quarterback thought he could dump this off, maybe get some positive yards, set up a good third down. The defense did a great job responding and getting that running back on the ground.
Third and goal, and let's see if they can even operate in this noise. From the gun, wants to pass. And it's incomplete on third down.
This is a disappointing drive for the offense considering where this drive started in their opponent territory. Now you're 4th and long. You've got to be better throwing the football in those types of situations.
They'll immediately call timeout.
Timeout, USC.
So they will eschew the short field goal attempt and instead try to score from the 5 on 4th down. Here's the snap, looking to throw. Fires into the end zone. Picked off. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
Man, another mistake by this. Listen, he is an elite quarterback. He's really, really good. He's pressing too much. Jesse, the #1 job of a quarterback, you better protect the football. I don't care how good you are, you better protect it.
Yeah, you just got to take what the defense is giving you, and I agree, David. It looks like right now he's trying to force the big play instead of just checking it down or throwing it away. He's got to do a better job working through his progressions right now. He's got tons of talent. He's making bad decisions.
And listen, it's tough. It's a tough proposition. This is a top 10 defense against the run. You know they're physical. You know who they are. But you're not going to bat an eye. And you're going to challenge your guys, especially in the red zone, to be more physical, to be able to continue to run the football against a really good defense.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Might be changing the route. To the air on 2nd down. Blasted as he lets it go. Picked off. What a play to set him up.
That's a bad decision by the quarterback. In that area of the field, you have got to be careful. If the guy's not wide open, you've got to throw that football away because not only are you getting it picked off, but he's returning it now down close to your goal line and setting his offense up in great field position.
They go to the Wildcat here, looking to take advantage of that extra blocker. Back has it. They get him on the ground at the 3-yard line, but this defense is taking some punches.
Really nice play call by the offense, too. Obviously, your quarterback's thrown picks on his last 2 drives, so you have to settle him down. And the best way to settle down a quarterback is to get the running game going. Put it on the big fellas up front. Put it on your backs. That's a really nice run, and that should help settle the QB down a bit.
These red zone trips, red has meant stopped. They've got nothing in 3 previous tries. Tight end now in motion. They'll run it to the left here, looking for the goal line. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Trojans!
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
ACC action, fellas, and all week there's been intrigue about this one. Wake Forest is getting blitzed right now at home in front of that loyal fan base. Loyal, but my goodness, that's being tested today. They're trailing by 32 to Clemson. Any major changes in this ACC standoff, you'll hear about them first from us, gentlemen.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. They'll try to put something together, backed up a bit, starting at their own 13. He might want another play. Movement on the offensive line. That's going to be a false start, and they'll walk it back. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty.
Keep those sticks moving. Get the point from the board.
Looking to throw. Here's a heat. Catch in the middle. It's Murphy. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks.
Man, this guy's closing in quickly on 100 yards receiving. We're not even out of the first quarter yet. We knew he was going to be a big part of the game plan and the strategy, but every time they've looked his way, he has been making a big play, and that's something the defense, they have to be aware of moving forward.
Offense gets set for second down. Motion from the back. Wants to fire on second down. Can't make the connection. The pressure there caused the missed timing.
And the QB leaves the pocket, and he scrambles out, and he goes to his right. And I love how he keeps his eyes down the field, trying to make a play, trying to throw the football, but the relentless chase, I love it. Get to the quarterback. He throws an inaccurate pass because he gets whacked as he throws the football. Nice job chasing by the defense.
Quarterback making checks. Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. He rifles one deep down the middle. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a fourth down. Washington sends out the punt team. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. A fairly short distance here toward the sidelines, not his best work. Looking downfield on first down. Fires to the wideout. Pulls it in. What a throw. Not a lot of room. He fits it in beautifully, and they've got it at the 30. We've played one, and we are right back where we started, all tied up after the first period as we take a look at the stats. We've got a good one going here, and looking forward to keep those vibes rolling here in the second. First play of the period, first down here. He'll take it himself. This freshman makes the stop after a short gain.
Quarterbacks generally, guys, we know, they're not as big and not as physical runners as running backs, so it is going to be trickier for them to break tackles. I like the idea of getting the design quarterback run game going, but moving forward, let's see if we can get him out to the perimeter.
Working well behind the sticks on second down. Wants to go up top. Makes the catch. It's Kamara. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
Well, the defense playing zone coverage there. They're taking away all the QB's primary options down the field, so he has to check it down to the drag running underneath.
You can feel and hear the purple rain all the way across Lake Washington. Third down coming. From the gun, wants to pass. He's got the back in the middle. Turning it on. And he'll pick up the first down, but he got drilled on that tackle.
Right, nice job by the QB. It's third down. It's money down. I'm looking to throw the ball down the field. What's open? My running back. Find him, hit him, let him do the rest. Good job.
And the Trojans are moving quickly down the field. Out of the gun, the running back has it. He'll be brought down at the 5-yard line, and this defense is on its heels. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Defensive coordinator showing heat before the snap. Out of the gun, the inside give. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, USC.
Another rushing touchdown. That's now 2 on the game. This offense thought they could come into this one running the ball, being the more physical team, and they look like it right now.
And the PAT gives them a 14-7 lead. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And they punctuated it with a 5-yard touchdown run. He wisely lets that one bounce through the back of the end zone, and they'll take over at the 25. Washington is ready to go back on the attack. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, and hoping for better fortune this time around. From the gun, the ground game. And he is just engulfed at the line by this giant defensive tackle.
And this offense on first down, man, they go backwards. And they've built a deficit, and they've been sluggish. And they just need something to get going, to get started, because they've kind of looked out of sorts and out of rhythm this whole game.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Back to pass. Makes the grab. It's Bohannon.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
The offense changing the play. They'll move the wide receiver. They turn to the passing game on 3rd and short. He's going for the big play. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down.
Well, we know this offense hasn't been able to get it going on the ground so far in this game. Now they're trying through the air, but give this defense credit. They've got a really good game plan. They've got all 11 guys on that side of the ball executing perfectly. Fantastic job in the back end that time, being in position and making sure that thing fell incomplete.
A couple of yards shy of the 1st down marker, but they've decided this is 4-down territory. The offense still on the field. Trying to keep this drive alive. Will not get there. A 4th down stop.
Man, first half being that aggressive on your side of the field, that's a different world. Like, you live in the analytics world, and I know people say go for it more often. I don't see the point in going for it on that one early in the game in that situation.
This Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. Last drive went for 6. We'll see if they can do it again. Timeout called by the offense, and now they just have 1 remaining in the half. From the gun, give on the inside.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on 1st down and set up a short yardage on 2nd down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on 2nd down.
They go right back to it. They'll put the brakes on him at the 21, give him a yard.
Well, I think the defense is expecting here on 3rd down that this running back's going to get it again. Got it on 1st, had a nice carry, got it on 2nd. Now he set him up in 3rd and short. You've got to be physical here and make sure this guy goes backwards.
Can you even imagine trying to operate in the midst of this purple rain on 3rd down? Touch pass on the jet sweep. Oh, he's got a chance. Breaks into the open. Gets out of bounds after the big game, but they've got it 1st and goal.
This offense has a lot of different ways they can attack you, and you're going to see the entire playbook at work in this game. Throwing it, running it, and getting guys the ball out on the perimeter. Great job.
The Trojans trying to pay off the threat on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he'll be stuffed. Got nothing. Line of scrimmage still at the 4.
And that's why he is an All-American caliber player. He is just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers, use his athleticism, use his speed, get to the ball carrier and bring him down. Simply one of the best box defenders you're going to find in the entire country.
Steaming into the backfield to make the stop, and he'll lose 4.
It's looking like they're going to have to try to throw this one into the end zone here on 3rd down, David. Quarterback's got to be careful. Can't get greedy because you know these windows, they close fast.
Extremely tight windows. Find your big body guys that you know can win in contested situations here on 3rd down.
It's 3rd and goal and 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Working that left side now. And they've got him down after the short completion, but they inch closer and closer to pay dirt.
Nice job by the defense there. They knew coming into this one, this running back was dangerous catching the football, so really good job getting him down on the ground, now setting up 4th and goal.
Now on fourth down, they'll settle for a field goal try. We've reached the 2-minute timeout. We've got a tight one, and they'll try to build on the lead before going to the locker room. I see a look of disappointment from this kicker, but that offense is happy. They'll stay out there and go for it. 4th and goal from the 4. They'll run it out of the shotgun. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on downs.
Hey, if you're going to go for it on 4th down, if you decide to run the football, you got to be sure up front that you're going to win the trenches. They didn't get it done that time. They need to be more physical moving forward. They're going to try to do that again in the same type of situation in this game.
Let's see what they can get going on this drive as they snap it from the 7. Going right to work up top. They're working that left side. Forced out of bounds right at the 20-yard line, and that's the kind of play that can really get a drive going.
Well, one thing you got to say about this guy is he's very, very poised. He knew he had that defender bearing down on him. He got hit right as he threw it. Still, though, it didn't affect his accuracy. Nice job getting that completion.
Now from their own 20-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Lets it fly. Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football.
And if you're the quarterback, you might want to stop throwing that guy's way. I mean, you knew coming into this game, David, he's one of the best corners in the entire country. He's already been picked off twice now. He is literally living in this quarterback's head rent-free.
And so nice to have a guy like this that can cut off half the field, because now you can put resources elsewhere. He's proven if you try me, bad things are going to happen.
First play of the drive, wants to throw. Looking left. Zips it out to his man. They get him stopped and out of bounds at the 45-yard line, and the big play has this offense ready to mount a threat. Starting a drive like that really builds confidence. 1st down from the 45. Looking to throw on 1st down. He'll throw it. Well, it's incomplete, and this sophomore quarterback usually makes that throw every time.
Well, this is huge for this defense because they're playing against a Heisman-caliber quarterback, a guy that can hurt them in a variety of ways. They better be able to get pressure on him throughout the course of this game. They did right there.
Oh, they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go. Looking to fire. Nowhere to go with it on down. He goes at the 39. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the 1st half.
And the defense there goes zone coverage, maybe confused the quarterback a little bit, forced him to hold on to the football, and that allowed the pass rush to get home.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. An unforced error there. They don't get the snap off in time. That is a completely avoidable penalty. The quarterback just went into brain lock and lost track of the play clock. You can feel and hear the purple rain all the motion. Third down coming. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. Fires to the right. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a fourth down.
You know, it's funny. That's probably the most discombobulated the offense has looked so far in this game, right? After watching that incompletion there on third down, they were just up and down the field earlier. Tremendous rhythm, tremendous balance. Everything their play caller was dialing up was working, lighting up the scoreboard. And all of a sudden on this last drive, just not able to piece it together. They've got to be able to turn the page and get back to how they looked earlier in the game.
They'll start this drive at their own 48. To the air on first down. He's got him. And they get to him and knock him down to prevent a bigger gain. The hurry up now, second down, clock ticking. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Back to pass on second down. Scrambling away. Fires to the tight end. He'll go out of bounds right at the 30-yard line. A big play as this offense in business. Really good patience and recognition. And how about the tight end just finding a hole and settling and waiting until the quarterback saw it?
And the play completely changes. Once my QB gets outside the pocket, I got to see it, and I got to start working towards him, or if I'm near him, working away. Nice job being on the same page, getting the first down.
How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line? Washington right back to the line. Second down, they'll go to the air. Just a short pass to the tight end. He goes out of bounds right at the 10-yard line, and the offense can smell the touchdown from here. That throw and catch, a really good example of why coaches don't want a quarterback to get stuck on a particular target, isn't it, David?
Yep, that's exactly right. Find the guy who's open, because you got so many guys that have so much speed that can do so much damage on the field. Find my matchup, get it to him, let him do the rest.
And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19. The Huskies have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's second and a mile. Looking downfield, and time is running short. Unloads to the wideout. Caught near the sideline, it's Murphy. They get him out of bounds right at the 5-yard line, and that one might have saved a touchdown. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Quarterback may change this route. They'll snap it from the gun on third down. Touchdown, Huskies! Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone.
Nice job putting the drive together. Nice job punctuating the end of the first half. There's still some time left, Palmer, but they can tie this thing up right now.
Yeah, and this is a staff that has so much confidence in their offense. I like staying aggressive right here, going for two, taking the lead into halftime, and putting a ton of pressure on the opponent.
So here comes the kickoff after the touchdown, and the last thing you need right before the half is to give up a big return. Here he comes with the return. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Offense has enough time to get off the play before we head to the half. The give to the back. Shut down in the backfield again, and that might do it here in the half. And what a way for this defense to wind up the quarter. Just enough time for one final play of the half. Here's the give off the left side. And he's taken down after a short gain, and that'll do it for us here in the first half. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update. And the Huskies will kick it off to start the second half. Returner will field it and try to get some field position. Almost a little bit more on that return. He's chased out of bounds at the 30 in good starting position for this offense. And guys, USC has the ball back and sending the offense onto the field. First drive of the second half, always fun to watch. You see what type of tweaks were made at the half, especially when you're locked up in a ball game like this one.
Yeah, and it's been a good game. I mean, it's been a little bit of back and forth and a feeling out process. And now once you get in the second half, who's going to get aggressive, Palmer? Who's going to take some shots, try to make some plays, and really go for it?
Yeah, it's interesting. I think as play callers right now, you learn a lot about these coaching staffs with respect to who does make the best adjustments. There's a lot of coaches that believe we're just going to be who we are. We're going to keep doing what we do. We're just going to do it better. But then there are others that tweak things a little bit on offense and on defense. We're going to find out here.
It's a draw. He never had a chance on the draw. Tackled almost as soon as he got the ball.
You're seeing on both sides really hard to run the football in this one. You've got to give both of these defenses tons of credit. They are so physical up front. These defensive lines can take the game over, and right now, it's tough sledding on the ground.
Play action. And the quarterback runs out of time, and down he goes at the 38.
When it's a play-action pass, that quarterback, he really has to sell the fake. He can't tell his offensive lineman's getting beat right away while he's selling the fake. He had no shot.
Chains keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On third and long, a check down would be the last resort. It's caught downfield. What a play by this defense, and they stop him short. It'll be fourth down.
Listen, you hear all the time about how important it is to stay on schedule offensively, right? And this is a perfect example. You just can't have negative plays early in drives because even when you come up with big plays like we just saw, you're still miles away from picking up this first down. You're making it so hard on your offense.
Huskies have it back, trying to make this defense bow down to Washington. Boy, that last drive, they looked like they were throwing against air. Just absolute precision execution in the passing game, and it led them to a touchdown. We'll see what they have this possession. Washington wants to go quickly.
And this offense gets nothing done on that play, but look at them. They're continuing to run this tempo. They want to try to do something to get a spark going to create a big play.
They'll go to work in the air on second down. Quarterback adapted. And he's snowed under.
Well, the offense got themselves into trouble. They're back in their own end. It's an obvious passing situation, so the defense is just pinning their ears back, and they're trying to get after him. They could not allow him to escape, step up, get rid of the football. They take a sack very close to the goal line.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On third and long, you'll need to push it downfield. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's fourth down.
Well, this defense was ready for go balls. Against this receiver and his speed, he's one of the fastest in the country. They knew this quarterback was going to try to take the top off the defense. That time they couldn't link up, but if you're on defense, just know they're going to try that play again.
And the coverage team able to wrestle him down. This Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. Another opportunity here. They had to punt it on their last possession, but this time tight game, hoping to get something on the board. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there, forces second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Second down, they'll go to the air. Grab behind the line. It's Kamara. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
So many playmakers, so much speed in college football, so many big plays after the catch. Not in this instance. The defense did a great job reacting to the throw, getting there in a hurry, and making sure he didn't get any yards after that catch.
Can you even imagine trying to operate in the midst of this purple rain on third down? From the gun, wants to pass. Here comes the heat. As he throws.
Oh, you know what time it is when the defense gets that stop on third down. Fist up in the air. Nice job getting to the quarterback, putting some pressure on him, hitting him, forcing the incompletion. Fourth down, baby.
And the returner runs out of real estate as he goes down. Washington is ready to go back on the attack. They weren't able to move it on their last possession, ended up punting it away, but now in a tight game, another opportunity for this offense. And with the completion out to the sideline, they'll pick up a couple.
And that's a good job by the drag route there, understanding its zone coverage. So instead of continuing to run across the field, he settles down into an open spot, making it easy for his quarterback.
The Huskies with a second and short to keep this drive moving. Quarterback making adjustments. Going to swing it on second down. Makes the grab on the left. Finally forced out of bounds. Maybe a step shy of midfield. They'll mark it up to 49. That big pickup on what they call the drag route, but if you hit it on time, you can hit the turbo booster.
And you've got to be accurate on the throw, too, Reese. Nice job by the QB there, putting it out in front of his receiver to make an easy catch and then advance it.
Looking to throw on first down. Throws to the wideout. Just a bit of a misfire there as they can't make the connection.
You know, these throws to the perimeter of the field can be so tricky for a quarterback. You've got to be pinpoint accurate and have great timing. You didn't see it there from the QB.
Got a good one going here. All tied up in the third. It's 2nd and 10. Wants to go up top. Pressure coming. Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion.
I don't care how talented you are as a quarterback, but your accuracy always goes down when you get hit. Nice job by the QB scrambling, working to his right, but he wasn't completing that pass with that pressure.
It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Another incompletion on third down.
QBs and receivers on third down, everything has to happen just a split second sooner. You're expecting pressure, the quarterback gets hit, just not on the same page with his target.
You'd think they would have had a good chance to down that one deep, but the bounce carries it into the end zone for the touchback. And guys, USC has the ball back and sending the offense onto the field. Last time they had it, didn't pick up a first down. Let's see if they can put something together here. It's complete to the left. Didn't pick up a lot there, moving forward just a few.
And quarterback receiver on the same page. Nice job seeing the zone, understanding the drag route concept. Easy pitch, easy catch.
Now on second down. Finding open areas. There he goes. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line.
The defense has got to do a better job with assignment football. Somebody has to be accounting for the quarterback on these run plays. You know you're going to see it. You've seen it on film. The option play, nobody home. He just takes off. That's an easy first down pickup for the offense. Moving forward now, the defense, they've got to settle in, and they've got to start playing better when it comes to assignment football.
Wants to throw on first down. Finds his big tight end. Makes the tackle at the 46, but it's a 15-yard gain to get them into plus territory.
Really nice pass there. You know the expectations at USC every year are sky high. Not just to win the conference, but to be in the national championship discussion. But to do that, they need this guy right here to play at a high level week in and week out, because this guy has the skills and the tools to take them.
He's going for it all. He caught it. Touchdown, Southern Cal. And that one will put him up here in the second half.
And listen, find your matchups you like, and you can see you got your speedster out wide. You like the matchup. He sees it, puts some air underneath that thing, and he outruns the DB. He's got no shot. Runs underneath it, and then walks his way into the end zone for 6.
And with the extra point, the score is now 21-14. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Fellas, it's gone final in a huge top 25 showdown. Here's how it went down. Georgia Tech ran roughshod over the competition today en route to a double-digit victory. And they looked clean doing it. And I don't just mean in those gorgeous gold unis. This team is a buttoned-up group. A collision between ranked teams always impacts the big picture, fellas. And it appears that's the case again today.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there, Kevin. Thanks for the update. Opening play of this drive comes from the 13-yard line. Might be calling a hot route. Trying to start the drive with a pass. And he'll be knocked down at the 2-yard line.
I love the defensive effort there. They didn't get him right away. They stayed after him. He was scrambling, going backwards. They get the sack on the first play of the drive.
And the Huskies with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. From his end zone, looking to throw. Got to take care of the ball. Finds his man. It's Murphy. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down mark. Four punts already, and they've got to convert here to avoid a fifth. On third and long, doesn't need to take the check down. And he throws his third pick of the day. His head has to be spinning. And it's going to be a pick 6. Touchdown, Trojans.
And they come up with a huge pick six, and that is one of the reasons this defense has been so dominant all season long. They don't give up big plays, but they take the football away. And once they do, they've got better athletes than you do. They're hard to bring down. They can flip the game on a dime.
And the extra point is good for a 28-14 lead. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. And as the ball makes its way into the end zone, it'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Wants to adjust the pattern. Looking downfield on first down. That's caught. It's Murphy. He goes out of bounds right at the 37-yard line. A good, productive play there to get things going.
Nice job by the quarterback, seeing the receiver come over, getting him the football, making the first down, and they like to do this. When they make a first down, they want to go fast. They want to crank up the tempo.
Wants to go up top on first down. Rushes on him. Now he'll turn one loose back to the middle. Snags it on the right. He was off to the races, and maybe another step or two and he would have scored, but they get him at the 21-yard line.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
That big play put them in business. Now they're right on the edge of the red zone as they go to work first and 10. Out of the gun, the give to the back. And they'll drag him down. That's likely the last play of the third quarter. And talk about spreading the ball around. Everyone getting a chance to show off the hands based on the number of targets we've seen. One more quarter to go, and it looks as if we are ready to play. It'll be second down as we open the final stanza. Back to pass. Bring in the heat. He just tossed that one out of bounds. You avoid the sack. You avoid the turnover. You've got more plays here on third down.
Good decision by the QB. You're outside the pocket. You're trying to find an open target. No one's open. Throw it away and live to play another day.
After the second down misfire, looking at a 3rd and 8. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the wideout. Wideout trying to get it in. This senior showed some serious arm strength firing that one in for the first down. On the move. And you race it to the house. Touchdown, Huskies.
It's just so nice to have a signal caller who can make plays through the air and make plays with his feet like this. Runs in for the touchdown. The defense knows I have to account for him every play. That's my quarterback.
They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. And he's coming out of the end zone. He only needs a sliver of daylight. Got a little room. And there he goes. They won't get him. It's a touchdown. That dude ought to have a lethal sticker on his helmet. Anytime he touches it, it can be a score. He touched it, and it was.
No doubt. Unbelievable speed. And if you're back deep for a kickoff, obviously you got those wheels. But to be able to get through, and guess what? No flags. You know it's going to count. Great job by the special teams being special.
And he tacks on the extra point. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Here he comes from inside his own 5. And the coverage team gets the returner on the ground. have it back, trying to make this defense bow down to Washington. Things have not gone the way they had planned, but maybe an opportunity to salvage this bumpy ride so far and avoid the upset. Punch it out of the air.
And these are these moments, man, when you're trailing by a couple possessions, you've got to put it together. Your quarterback has to come through. I mean, it's not a surprise. It's going to be passes. He's got to be smart. He's got to be quick with his decision-making, and they kind of got to be up near the line of scrimmage and be in a little bit of a hurry.
Well, and here's the problem offensively. Because you're trailing by so much so late in the game, the defense now is going to be playing big zone coverages, and they're going to allow you to throw the ball underneath in the middle of the field, rally to make a tackle, and bleed the clock. It's going to be hard now for this offense to claw their way back in this one.
The Huskies come to the line on 3rd and short, hoping to keep the drive alive. He'll throw on 3rd down. Fires to the big fella. A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the first down.
I think if you're the head coach at this point, you're telling your offense, it doesn't matter what's happened up to this point of the game. Obviously, things haven't gone our way, but we have a chance to execute in a 2-minute situation and give ourselves a chance to win. Let's go do it one play at a time.
Washington coming to the line with another first down. He wants to change this route. Wide receiver going in motion. Wants to throw again. Under fire. And it is another interception. Just a terrible struggle for this quarterback. Got room on the return. They'll mark him out of bounds at the 11-yard line.
And this is exactly the situation you want to get in as a defense. You got the lead late in the football game. You know they got to throw. And what do? You get to the quarterback, you hit him, and you get pressure on him. And then what happens, Palmer?
Yeah, it's complimentary football, David. No question about it. They're just putting a hammer down right now with the lead. The defense playing accordingly, now giving it back to their offense for an opportunity to pad this lead even further here as we're in the 4th quarter.
Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone. Is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. He'll try it again. He's tackled right at the 10-yard line, and they're trying to cash in on this drive. Tight quarters deep in the red zone, but they can pick up a first down without scoring. 3rd down. Quick pass to the left, trying to get it to the marker. That's not quite going to be enough as they stop him 4 yards short of the marker.
What a snag. How about that catch, man? When he threw the football, you're like, no, don't throw it. But the big fella says, it's my ball. I don't care if anybody's near me. He'll make the catch. That tight end just earned some money.
Got it. They will score. Touchdown, Trojans. They extend the lead here in the 4th, and after stumbling early, about to push their record to 3-1.
And this offense continuing to put up points. This game's out of reach. You know you're going to win, but still throwing the football, still finding that connection. I imagine there'll be some salty handshakes at the end of this game.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Dynamite matchup this week in the ACC, fellas. Florida State is currently up big right now in a game they'll be talking about in Tallahassee for some time.
Good job by the coverage unit to put a stop to that return. And Washington is ready to go back on the attack. It looks as if this game is going to be one to just drag to the recycle bin, but the idea, looking for a huge play. And here's the 5th interception by this quarterback. Going the other way, and he's got room. Finally brought down, but what a play, not only to get the football, but to flip the field position with the return. Great place to start for this offense. Smart move to keep it on the ground. He's wrestled to the ground right at the 15-yard line, and a big red zone opportunity here.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. How important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
They'll give it to the back. Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to pay dirt.
I think that was an example of the offensive coordinator trying to help out his quarterback. He's trying to keep these third downs manageable. You know, you throw the ball on second down and it's incomplete. Now you've set up third and long, and now you're set up to fail.
He'll do it himself. That defensive front just flat whipped them as they knock him down for a big loss.
That's got to hurt if you're the offense, because you're thinking with this quarterback and his size and his athleticism, that's going to be an easy first down pickup on the option play. But how about the physicality up front by this defense, stuffing him at the line of scrimmage?
And they just tack on more points to this big lead. Listen, fourth quarter was sitting extremely pretty. All we got to do, not give up big plays, make them earn everything they get the rest this way, and we looking pretty good.
And the returner is stopped.
That's not what you want out of that kick return. If you're that return guy, you've got to make something happen. You've got to be able to make a guy miss. That's why you're back there in the first place, because of your athleticism, but you've got to be able to generate better field position on that kickoff return.
The Huskies have it back, trying to make this defense bow down to Washington. Sends it downfield, and they couldn't make the connection on the long shot.
Well, this has been a day to forget if you're this quarterback, and I got to be honest, guys, I'm surprised he's still even in the game right now, because he's had zero rhythm, he hasn't been accurate, he's thrown a ton of interceptions. Most coaches would have pulled their guy by now. I know the guy I played for back in college, he would have pulled me about 2 interceptions ago.
And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And the quarterback gets hit again. We already know this defense has gotten home to him multiple times in this game. So here you are, you're trailing in the game. Defense knows you're going to throw it. They're pinning their ears back. You can't feel very confident right now if you're the play caller, and certainly if you're the quarterback, that you're going to have time to throw.
Unloads to the wideout. Intercepted, and the defense has set him up. And he's going to take it all the way back. Touchdown, USC. They put another score on the board as they try to push this winning streak to 3.
Dude, you didn't think it could get any worse, right? You thought this game's over as it is anyways. Offense still throwing the football, still trying to make plays, and the defense just continues to pour it on, gets the pick, makes its way all the way to the end zone.
And the extra point was good to finish things off. Kickoff unit getting some extra work as this lead has really grown. On the move from inside his 5. And the returner will be brought down. And Washington is ready to go back on the attack. Well, the good news is they threw a touchdown pass last time. It was just to the wrong team, Jesse.
Well, that's an unfortunate part of the game for quarterbacks, but guess what? They do happen. So you've got to be able to turn the page here and lead this offense.
Well, I think you know this defense is going to be aggressive. They're going to jump routes. They're going to play aggressive. You got to take advantage of that. Maybe use that this time to your advantage.
That will take us to the 2-minute timeout, and not much time left for this offense to put together a miracle. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Running back searching for a hole. They'll give him a couple. That leaves him with 3rd and 8.
Well, I think the offense at this point now, they're just trying to limit the damage. They want to get out of here and move on, turn the page to the next game, because things just have not been going their way, throwing or running the football.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Makes the grab. And And he converts on third down as he gets it out to the 26.
Nice job by the receiver there, running the drag route against zone coverage, finding the soft spot, making it easy on his quarterback to get the completion. He turns it upfield, and he moves the sticks.
Washington has it and a fresh set of downs. Wide receiver comes in motion. From the shotgun, the handoff to the back. These little gains can start to add up as he gets it up to the 34.
Listen, I'm not one for moral victories, and obviously they're trailing by a lot of points late in this game, and they are going to lose, but it is a good sign if you're the head coach of this team that you're seeing your guys out there still competing and still fighting until there's zeros on the clock.
Rides the back and leaves it on the option. Crosses the 45. What a play to get it inside the red zone, and they are set up at the 17. They'll use the timeout. 6 seconds left on the clock. One more play to pad the stats. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Bought a little time, lets it go. Fires into traffic, intercepted. And he is brought down after the interception, and the clock strikes 0 here in the fourth quarter. Both of these teams are high-caliber squads, but it sort of felt as if these guys had something to prove today, and man, did they go out and do it.
Man, they proved it, and they proved they were better. They thought they were better coming in. We were talking to them, but they had a lot of confidence. They said, we're not ranked as high as we should be, and now they just showed the whole world. This squad is for real. We're going to be discussing them in the playoffs in the future, and they made a statement today, Palmer.
Yeah, that's the thing, David. To me, after watching that absolute beatdown, you can't help but think to yourself, this is a college football playoff caliber team. If they play like that, moving forward, if they put their A game together and all three